Hello and welcome to Socially Distant Tech Learning. Again, we are going to be talking about microwave. We're going to do this in two installments. So today is going to be microwave setup on the roof and safety. Later we'll do another one on actual operation. So when you go to your shoot, you're going to have this equipment as part of your microwave basic kit. First off, a tripod, then the actual pan tilt head, which is a very heavy duty pan tilt head capable of carrying the weight of our devices, some rope, the actual microwave transmitter, and then the dish, the various feed horns, and things like the power cable, power adapter, and plastic bags in case it's raining. So, what I mean by safety on the roof is you have to have the dish oriented in a way that it's not going to blow over and fall down to the ground many feet below, or it would definitely hurt somebody. You also want to keep the equipment from being damaged in its own right, and you need to set up in a safe fashion. We don't want you getting really close to the edge of the roof. We don't want you dangling off of some kind of precipice and risking yourself. So this is what we mean by microwave safety. So to start, we're going to be setting up our tripod. If you need to set the tripod high because you're getting over an object, go ahead and do so. But if you can clearly see your receiver and you don't need to set up the tripod high, keep it low. There's no reason to put it up an extra 2 feet if the object you can see can easily be seen from this level. Why? Because a lower tripod is less likely to tip over. Now, to make sure this tripod doesn't tip over, we're going to add a sandbag. And we're going to put the sandbag inside the tripod. And I'm going to put the sandbag on the leg that is pointing away from the edge of the roof. That way, if it's going to fall over, it's going to fall over where the sandbag is, not where the edge of the roof is. Next, we're going to attach our actual pan tilt tripod. This is a very heavy duty pan tilt tripod, and therefore it's packaged separately. It goes on the top, and then you attach with this to have it secure to the tripod. Next, we're going to attach the actual transmitter. We have a special plate here, and we need to make sure this plate goes in and is firmly attached. So I'm going to take the plate and engage it, and I'm going to make sure it's engaged by pulling on it a little bit. I'm not trying to pick up the entire tripod. I just want to make sure that this was firmly latched. If it isn't firmly latched, you'll know immediately. So this is firmly latched. We're now going to be taking our dish, and we're going to choose which form of transmission we're using. If we're using 13 gig, we're going to be using the thinner feed horn. If we're using 7 gig, we're going to be using the slightly thicker feed horn. So today I'm going to attach the 7 gig horn. 7 gig horn, look for the arrow at the top. Align the arrow as close as you can to the top of the dish and twist into place. And align the arrow back to center. This now comes over here, and we insert into the adapter and screw down the hold downs so that we're firmly attached. And again, now that we've actually attached ourselves, we're making sure it's firm. We're not going to be talking about operation today, but to operate, we would have to attach this power supply cable. Power supply cable has a pin on the top. It faces upward. Place in, twist lock. It's now secure. Today, though, we're mainly talking about safety. So I'm not done yet. I don't have a safe environment because if it got very windy or if something fell over into this, everything could fall over. So we want to find something secure on the roof that we can tie this assembly to. So I'm going to take this rope, which should be included with our gear. I'm going to take this rope and I'm going to find something secure. And we're going to use this desk today, but normally I try to find either a railing, some kind of stanchion. Window cleaning stanchions work very well, some kind of post, something that is solidly attached to the building such that you can't pull these apart. This rope isn't meant to keep the device itself from falling over, it's meant to keep the device from falling off a roof. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this through the tripod, and I'm going to give it an extra loop so that it has some tension, but I'm going to actually tie it up here. By tying it up here, even if this clamp were to fail, nothing would actually fall off. I'm going to use a double hitch. A double hitch ends up looking like this, where you have one kind of granny knot going one direction, a second going in the other direction, and you end up with this look. And I'll have a detailed shot of tying that knot in a little bit. Now I'm going to take my loose rope, I'm going to go to that building stanchion, and here I've got a lot of extra rope, so I'm just going to take a loop of that rope, go around, and I'm going to do the same reverse hitch that I was doing a little while ago, except I'm using 2 loops instead of undoing the entire rope. There. Now I'm going to put a little bit of tension, but I don't really need to. Again, this is designed to keep this assembly from falling off of a roof and potentially killing somebody down on the street. This sandbag is designed to keep the device itself upright and stable. That is it for today's training on microwave safety on a roof. Our part 2 training will be operation. Thank you. This has been Socially Distant Tech.